I think we all should have the same number one, right? Can we all say it on 1, 2, 3?
There's going to be a lag, but yeah, I think we do have the same team.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Chicago
San
Cubs.
Diego
Colorado
Padres.
Rockies. Okay, yeah. So I have the Padres number 1. I think let's all just tackle this at once because we're all gonna have the same take. Bogaerts, Soto, Machado. I'll go with Bogaerts. Or you know what? I'm gonna just frame this nicely. So I did this with MVP candidates again. So if you look at the Dodgers or the Phillies lineup, they have 2 MVP candidates. I think the Padres have 3 MVP candidates. I honestly do. I mean, Bogaerts, you might question that as an MVP candidate, but man, that guy is such a consistently good hitter. Doesn't hit for as much power as the other two, but he can hit 330 and hit 28 home runs. Like he can go off at any time like that. And then I'll let you guys talk about Soto, but I think this is no question the best lineup in the NL and maybe even in baseball.
Yeah, have the same trio.
Yeah.
That lineup, if Tatis rejoins and is healthy, that's absolutely nasty. Yeah, hurts me that I can't add Tatis this trio, but Bogaerts is no slouch. I mean, this trio is absolutely gross, man. It's going to be so fun to watch.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, Austin Nola, Trent Grisham, and Jay Cronenworth.
Hey, don't sleep.
Like, don't even...
Matt Carpenter, Nelson Cruz combo?
Don't even sleep on these guys, bro. No, the Padres are ridiculous.
The
problem with them is that, I don't know, they seem genetically...
They have a problem?
They seem genetically, like, predisposed to not scoring runs. Look who they had last year. They had half a year of Soto. They had Machado. They had pretty solid Cronenworth, Hassan Kim, and they only scored 705 runs, which is like middling offense for that.
Okay, and add Tatis
so
and Bogaerts. So
then you have to add Tatis and Bogaerts. You think that's going to change everything around? Probably will. I mean, at least 150 more runs.
And Soto's going to be better.
It's just weird that the Padres
exactly,
have...
and another half.
The Padres have
this
had
lineup is adding
lots of good lineups before, and they just don't seem to... Like, I don't know if it's a Petco Park thing or just...
This is not a genetic... No, come
Dude,
on, bro.
Look at the Padres. If you look at their like runs scored over the past 10 years, they've never eclipsed 700 once, except like 2007.
And they've never had 4 MVP candidates in
weird.
one lineup ever.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of paranoid about them.
What?
I'm annoyed about the Padres. I think they can't score runs.
That's crazy.
I hope I'm wrong.
They can't score runs, but they have the number 1 best trio.
I know they do, but
didn't you have them at number 1, right?
Dude, I do. Like, I have them at 1. I'm totally with you because it makes perfect sense, but baseball's weird. It doesn't make sense all the time. Teams you think do well don't do well.
So what is it? You got to back it up. You got to put your money where your mouth is, man. You can't have the number 1 and talk shit about them.
It could be just a feeling. Hey,
it's
Ken.
Fully
it could
feeling.
Be just like a
Ken, you
feeling.
racist? Ken doesn't believe that people can have feelings. He's racist. Yeah, it's a feeling. Like,
so,
I don't understand how they've had so many good teams over the past 20 years, and they just keep not scoring runs. And like they used to have freaking.
Can you read me one of the?
No, because
can you read me one of their best lineups in the past? I'm going to compare it to Tatis, Bogaerts, Machado, and Soto.
I'm not arguing with you on that, but like you pull up to 2009 when you had Adrian Gonzalez in his prime, pretty solid Chase Headley.
Yeah.
Chase Headley, Headley. Chase Headley.
Okay, Adrian Gonzalez is not better than any of them. Maybe tied with Bogaerts.
It's freaking blowing out my headphones here. But the point is, there's just something about, I don't know if it's that city.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this.
It's weird.
Adrian Gonzalez, okay, and then Chase Headley, and who was the third one?
David Eckstein, who was, at the back end of his career there, but that's still, solid number 3 right there.
And how many runs did they pull up?
They were like last in the league in runs. They had like 650 runs.
This is also a tough 2009, different baseball. I mean, this is crazy comparisons, but I mean that's crazy.
It's a huge
Who's
park.
the third guy? Isaac, name the third guy Ali just mentioned.
I don't even know what he just said.
No.
Thank you. And then we have.
All right, just hear me out. All right,
the
so last season,
lineups of the Padres in the past, and we can't name the third guy.
You could just say it's a feeling, and it would be done. Like you could
just
say
stop trying to justify it with David Eckstein. Man.
I could just say that you look like a truck store peyote salesman, but I'm not going to say that right now. Park factor last season for the Padres. Park factor for them was 92 last year. That was one of like the most pitcher-friendly parks in the game. I think it's just like a nightmare place to try to score runs in. It's just a graveyard for offense. Is Petco Park.
Bartolo Colon did it.
He did, but not everyone can be big sexy. That's a fact. So
that's true.
See what they do. They're throwing a lot of good hitters in that ballpark. They're throwing a lot of sexy guys in that lineup. I want them to score runs. It's gonna be if they are like a top 5 offense this year, you realize it'll be the first time they've done that in like the history of the Padres ever.
But
Yes,
I
and
would
this
put
is
my
the
faith
best
in that
lineup
because
that-
they have 4 MVPs.
Yeah, but
So
it's
I
still
would
the
put my
first.
faith
It's
in
still
that.
the
Best lineup they've
first
ever put in
time.
their
It's
franchise
still the
record.
first time in 50 years. Like, is that not? That means something. If you've never had a top 5 lineup in 50 years,
Because they've
of
been
existing,
bad.
they've reached the World Series in
Thank
that
you.
time, but it's always just been on pitching. Like there's
Sure, yeah.
more going on
Exactly.
here than you give
You're
credit.
making
It
to.
my
would
point.
make sense that this lineup would be the first team to put
So
up
you
the
think
most
that
runs in
at the
Padres history.
That's
53
why we're
years
saying
this team's
they're good.
existence
That's
is
why.
this one.
Thank you. What? I'm saying this lineup is
All
better than
right.
David Eckstein as the third best hitter in the lineup.
Obviously,
Yes.
it is.
I've never even heard of
Well,
David
you're comparing
That's
them
not-
to
that's not
2009, bro.
surprising.
We could do a whole Padres deep dive. But what year did the Padres score the most amount of runs in
All
franchise
right, let's
history?
take. I had that. I
Let's
had
look
that
at
right
their
now.
lineup.
It was 1997. They scored 795. Again, this is during the great
Well,
offensive.
okay,
peak
give
of
me their top
steroids.
three
Let's do
hitters.
their top 3 hitters. You can probably name them, but it was your man Tony Gwynn, of course, 37. Ken
Okay,
Caminiti,
yeah.
MVP, and Steve Finley.
Who?
Okay, so
Finley, I've
that's
heard
solid 3.
Yeah, but even then, that 795 was only the second in the league. That's not bad actually. But so they've had kind of one good offensive year in their history. But that's still that team was.
And that team's lineup is worse than it is now. So I'm not saying they're going to lead the league in scoring, but
So
I wouldn't
therefore-
I don't. Where is your argument coming from? You just say it's a feeling.
It is a feeling,
say
but
it's
it's
a feeling,
supported
it's
supported by data.
It's not supported by
It is
shit.
supported
No,
by
it's not.
So much data. So much data right now. You don't even know.